the most important sets first, just in case we run low on time. Depends. I have about, let me see. I think I have like one, two, three, four sets, and then I guess you could count two because of the hunter sets. I'm probably not going to play those because of one. So I'm going to pick. First one to pick is a sharp set I did. Against sharp in a Russian weekly. He said to me, wasn't sure how he was playing, but he said to me after he was like 100% serious, like trying, but it was just like his mentality was bad, which is fine because he's beaten me anyways. So
Yeah.
I'll broadcast this now. Audio on or off? Doesn't really matter.
Probably just off, I'd imagine, so we can kind of like talk over it a bit easier.
Ah, okay, sounds good. Alright, tell me there's any problems.
Okay, you're doing everything well so far. You're drilling when Peach is on the ground, and you're doing like a lot of like nair and up tilt whenever she's in the air, which is good.
I was so lucky. I don't know why I did went through that.
Like doing a lot of like kind of doing those combos on like the likes of Puff as well. Doing like nair turnaround up tilts really good. To get those like nair up tilt back airs and stuff. Just like even 2 or 3 hits is quite a lot on like floaties because they die pretty early.
I have a set versus Kingy too, so we'll be able to check it out.
Yeah, I like that. Where you full hop the platform whenever the Peach is gonna forward air, because as I kind of like mentioned to you, like you don't really want to like shield her like aerials coming down, because if she hits you with like a forward air, it's just so positive that she like gets loads of mix ups on block.
I actually have, you're probably gonna notice as well, I do shade them a lot, and that's something I thought I was doing pretty bad. There are a lot of times where I am just shading it, because it's like a psychological thing to me to see the forwarder coming out. And also just run into, as you can see.
Yeah, if you think Peach is gonna like do pressure into like down smash, your best bet is you should probably light shield a lot more as well, so it pushes you away and like you'll just get out for free.
I never considered light shield. I always like, if I was to think about it, I'd probably just roll away. But light shield's really nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like because she'll normally just get the nair and then at most one down smash it'll hit, and then you're just out for free, and then she's kind of still in lag, so it leaves you in a nice spot.
I usually light shield with Z, so I need to get used to doing it with like regular like Eleanor triggers.
Yeah.
Oh, just want to do it.
Oh, nice. You could probably throw she like Sharp's doing a decent bit of shielding now because you're doing a lot of like aerials or up smash. So you probably could start throwing in some grabs as well, just to getting like you don't get any really true follow ups off up throw, but just getting Peach in the air is like a really good position for Fox.
I think, isn't there like some percent you can get an up air like reliably, but I don't know. It is
Mo-
sharp to be fair.
yeah, most times the Peach can usually you can bait kind of like an air dodge, and then it's kind of like the same way I treat like Samus, where Samus can get like a double jump air dodge out in time. Like you can kind of like look like you're gonna go for the up air with like a short hop and then the air dodge, or like even a full hop and like no aerial, and then after that you can just fast fall it and like try shark the landing of the air dodge.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot more common on like the likes of Samus, where you'll do an up air, be at the jump out, and then you're still positioned underneath to like continue sharking like Samus.
Oh, I definitely think my punish game on floaties isn't great because like with fast fall you can kind of just do whatever, but with floaties it has to be a bit more like cautious, a bit more set up.
Yeah. It's more so like keeping them in disadvantage state rather than like true punishes. Or when you get like the wave shine stuff on Peach is obviously really good. When you get like a grounded drill into shine is like really good punishes.
Uh,
Yeah, just watch as well doing like full up nairs towards Peach when she's like on the ground, because she wasn't like when you done that full up nair on the right side, she wasn't like she was still on the ground, so she could have done like because that was gonna be a soft nair, so you could have got like CC down smash for that as well.
I
I like to only really try to use full up nair whenever she's like already like in the air or like already floating.
I agree. I used to have Bose at one point. I used to do that a lot more, and Bose finally taught me to stop doing that. When he was reviewing my gameplay, because that was back when I was way worse for speech, and full hub narrow was like fully part of my neutral, regardless of what Peach was doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's fair. Like so you're kind of just trying to break out of that muscle memory. But yeah, you're not doing it like you're not doing it a lot, so I can definitely tell that you've like worked on that.
another thing I had to work on was shielding. It's specifically the Fox that I had a lot of problem with shielding, like neutral. But Peach, it's more just like I get used to it because it's so obvious that if I shield, I'm gonna get like completely just gonna get completely like ran over by any competent Peach.
Oh, that was so clean that combo in the edge guard.
Now you might wonder how could I throw this?
Oh no. Alright, let's see. So yeah, even there, like there was no really reason to approach when you'd center there. Like you could have just like done a couple of double lasers, like held center and forced because Peach approaching's really rough. Because if you can see dash attack or like if you shield dash attack, it's literally so punishable. You can just wave dash down and get like a wave shine. Like making her approach is just definitely more in your interest. It feels like you're kind of like approaching a lot.
Oh yeah, because I think it would have if I had to guess, it's probably just because I am fishing for a kill because I don't want this to end up last stock and like because I know Sharp's way better in the situation than I am because the whole time like on these last stocks the nerves are going like massive because I've never beaten Sharp. I've only ever taken like one. I don't think no, I have taken a game off him, but I've never gotten more than that. So the fact that I took him last stock twice and lost both games, I think and so that was part of it. Really stressful. Oh, hang on, let me. I just closed it. I
Uh,
have another one.
yeah,
Go
no,
for
like
it.
that, like both. Yeah, those games were like really good though. Like there was a lot you were doing like pretty right. Like there's just the odd thing of obviously yeah, don't try to never do the nair.
One
Uh,
sec. Okay, there we
yeah,
go.
basically just try to like obviously like yeah, I'd keep in like your game plan of just never really full hop nair whenever she's on the ground, and that's when you want to use like drills and running shine. Even like at higher percent running down tilt can be good to catch Peach's dash back. It's not the best thing in the world because they don't dash back a lot, but to throw in every now and again is good because if it gets the pop up at the right percent, you get like up air for the kill.
I used to do I with against dashback I do a lot of running shine, like overshoot running shine.
Yeah, it's really it's super good as well. Like as long as your overshoots are good, like how much your dash and running shine's like really good.
Because I do a lot more for Smurf, but Peach it's more just like well she can't move a lot, so I'm not thinking about overshooting a lot.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
still look for it.
Yeah. You definitely have to like yeah, morph against morph down tilt is way more useful because you kind of need that bit more disjoint on like they're gonna dash back really far, whereas Peach, as you say, is like you kind of just need like a small overshoot, like nothing crazy. But yeah, he is shielding a lot, so I think you could be doing a lot more running shine grab or just like even a lot more just like raw grab because I feel like he's shielding like a lot of your stuff as well.
Alright, so what I see here from well, at least my analysis here is just that what I used to do over Sharp a lot is just run away, because I could never scrap him. So or that I could never scrap them. So I always against Sharp I just literally just like run away rather than look for a whiff punish. But the thing is, Peach is very kind of hard to whiff punish Peach. I found out the hard way, especially when you're playing an actual a good Peach. So it
Yeah.
end up that the entire game I'm just running away. Like, but the only good thing is I was actually good at that. But then that's not good for timeouts. So then I just lose overall.
Yeah. No, I think like it's a decent game plan to like use a lot of like double laser, be dash dancing, waiting for them to throw something out. To like whiff punish, but you have to be so ready for what they're throwing out. For example, like if you see a fairy, you have to be so ready to on reaction, like nair it before it like comes out. Otherwise, the trade's gonna be in her favor, or if you try shield it, it's also in her favor. So I think whiff punishing her is good, but you have to be like so situational, like aware of so many different situations that like if one thing catches you off guard, you could just be like put into like the blender, and it gets really hard.
Because what I just do is I just dash and dash back and just try and grab the forwarder, but then if they jab, it's over anyway.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
cover themselves up.
Yeah, see, I think a good thing to try do would be hit Peach before the fair even comes out, so she doesn't get the jab. So like before she even lands is when you want to try get like that nair out or that up tilt out or whatever it is. Like you want to like anti-air with.
Aye, okay. So that was a 3-0. The other thing I have from that weekly was a Kingu set. I've removed one game because after game two, he just went Falcon at free stock that, so I'm not even gonna include that. Just
Yeah,
gonna include the
yeah,
buff sets.
that's fair.
Typical Kingu.
Pretty much. Oh, nice catch.
As far as I even hit. Oh, this thing I hated. I hate the nairs.
Oh, yeah, running like CC's decent against it. Or else you can just kind of like use platforms, get over it, and like back air it as well. That's my common thing.
Because what happened with one of the Dreamland games, he like did like 5 times in a row. I could do nothing about it. I was just getting clipped constantly, but I wasn't even getting punished. I was just getting clipped constantly.
Yeah,
Really annoying.
you can kind of treat it in some ways. You can treat it like he's doing space backers, where you know the way against space backers you would do like run up shield, wave dash out of shield to like make your way in. You can kind of do that as well. Versus like Nair, you can do either that or like CC at lower percent too, to make your way in on Puff, and then you can just do like yeah after once you're underneath Puff, you can just do like up tilts or back airs to like yeah it's gonna be rough when you get in on Puff.
Because I'm more confident doing his back airs, that type of thing we dash in, because nairs, and then I know the timing for when they go out of shield, but then nairs are different shield stun, so I'm like, ooh, when I go out.
Yeah,
But then I tend to,
yeah.
so that's something I gotta learn.
Yeah, yeah, probably just like if you fight against any kind of nair heavy puffs like that do that a lot, just practice doing those kind of like wave dash out of shield timings on it because it is also really good against that.
Because they always land with it, don't they, after a load of back airs.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, unlucky missing the L cancel on the back air.
I don't actually, I'm very rarely taking place now, and I thought, well, this will be the one time I'm gonna take in place, and then he goes for it. Oh. Oh.
Nice, yeah, because when you get puffed to kind of like that 60-70% range, I like kind of doing like short hop fade away, like short hop nairs, looking like you're going in and then fading it out, because like even if it clips puff, you're gonna get like an up smash off the soft nair, and when you drift it back, it's gonna be pretty safe. Like the thing you're gonna hit by most is a back air, which really doesn't matter too much. Like you're gonna get hit once and that's it. But if you get your hit, you get the kill. So I really like approaching nair, but like when you put the nair out, you drift it back is like really good at like that 60-70%.
Oh, I. Maxi also told me about full hop, like no drift nair, just in place, like that they have to read with up air, like a full hop up air to even catch it. So then that'd be good to just catch a puff going in with like full hop, like a full hop forward air, just run in.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
exactly. It's kind of the same idea as like the short hop. It's like if that catches them as well, usually soft hits, and then you can like chase it with an up air, like after the soft hit and air. So yeah, it's really good for like full if you think the puff's gonna like full up aerial approach and then you can get over that, and yeah, as you say, if they don't up air, you'll just beat every other aerial.
so that sounds good. So what do you think either FD or PA or Steam's better? Like, do you think one's better than the other?
I think FD is better because I think Puff like because Puff literally can't get any like platform tech chases on FD. I just think it's better. Like if your DI is good on like off throw, Puff's not really gonna get too much off every opening. Whereas I feel like there's positions where if Puff gets a grab on Stadium, where if they can reaction tag chase, you're just gonna get rested, and you kind of have to accept it.
Aye, okay. So then I should go after more. It's more just like I didn't want to go for it because it's more polarizing, and generally the neutral's a lot more simpler, but at the same time also easier for Kingu because he knows every single option to go for. But I'm still not great than the neutral for Puff.
Yeah, yeah. I like as long as like you see I'm a very laser based fox in this matchup. Like I'll pick FD and like I'll be willing to just like spam double lasers and get them to approach me and that kind of thing. So I think if you're willing to shoot the gun a lot, then FD is like really good because even if they catch you like back, they'll at most are gonna get like a back air on like a badly spaced like double laser. But even if they get a grab, if you're ready to DI off like all your mistakes, they're not gonna get like a rest.
Aye, that's one thing. I've done many side Bs off stage from trying to turn around laser. So my laser attack skill's not very good at the moment. Oh god. But yeah. So my lasers aren't perfect at the moment. Like my double lasers are fine. I can consistently double laser, but it's doing stuff like turnaround laser and stuff to like mix it to make sure that I don't get hit in like space in a while. So then that has to change.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Then yeah, I'd only practice that like even just running full screen on like FD and like every so often just do like a turnaround laser, like maybe do like 3 or 4 turnaround lasers before you get to the other side of the stage. That's kind of what I was doing to like, because as you say, you really want to be able to do that consistently for like positioning around Puff's back air and stuff, making sure you're like lasering at a good spacing.
That makes sense.
But this is still obviously a very strong stage. Like it's not bad by any means. But if I was to pick one, I think FD is the strongest. But this would definitely be next.
So once you lose that Dave Super Rule, you have to go Stadium. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I just went Stadium again. They went Falcon. So I'll just show the next one because I think it was I don't know what I was Dreamland. Yeah, because it says kind of right.
Oh, nice catch. I love that.
I was surprised by the drift he went for, so I was able to just run in. That was like the dopamine like running up smash.
Yeah, yeah.
Also missed the slide off. That's sad.
Missing the slide off was actually fine. It was kind of like the fact you missed the tech after was more scary because you could have got jab reset rest after you like fell off the platform.
Oh, I slide off makes way too much. Like when I get grabbed by like Marth or somebody, I very definitely go for way too much slide off.
Yeah, yeah. There's times where you should be going for like I don't know if you've seen it before on like Morph, but you should do the thing where you hold down tech the first up tilt and then you can like either jump or shield out the like next up tilt or up air he does.
I used to get caught by like 50 different up tilts, and then they find one that just leads them into a down air forward air, triple
Yeah,
forward air, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's the classic of like you pick the wrong defensive option once and you get like up tilted 4 times. It sends you back off stage and you get down aired. It's like the classic.
I have a set versus Luke's. If we have time, I'll show you that. But I also have a set versus Raptori the Fox.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that could be good. How do you feel actually in the Fox Ditto?
I feel like I know a lot better. I know what I'm doing than I used to because I used to be way worse at it. But Bo taught me a lot, and I feel I've gotten better, but I'm still not obviously where I want to be. And I feel like I'm in the Fox now. I'm just being outclassed. So
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
biggest thing I want to work on is punish game.
Yeah, I think that was the big thing when I seen you play Fox Dittos. I think like your neutral was fine, like how you find the hits was pretty fine, but there was times where you could just be hitting way harder off like each opening.
Because my punish game is a bit inconsistent. I'll just go for what I think seems good, and like I don't have a flowchart for much. Like I only recently just attempted to incorporate tech chasing. Also, what the hell can you? I will say Kingu was kind of trolling with this game, but for the most part, he was kind of trying. I could tell at least.
Yeah, like no, for sure. Like a lot of the stuff you're doing is like good, like pretty good in this matchup. I think I would just mainly like when he does give you the space, I would laser a wee bit more to get him to approach. because there's times you're getting caught out by like you're running in and then he's just like raw grabbing, you're like dashing, and then you get like rested and stuff. Whereas the laser makes him want to like approach and go in the air and stuff, and just makes it better for you to get like the him trying to come in. You can get like up tilts or just like space back airs on him.
I that was the first Stadium game, was it where, or was it either that or the Battlefield game where I ran in and he just grabbed it.
Yeah, yeah. Like basically, the mix up is then you have to do like obviously the mix up is he either does wave dash back grab or he does instant grab, and then overshoot beats the wave dash back. But then you have to do like early aerial, like early drill or like early running shine to beat the instant grab.
I think I know what's about to happen. Oh no. I think I remember this. I hate that I did this. Ugh,
Uh,
Dev. Oh. I don't even
yeah.
know if that was a purpose. I feel like that would have been a back air, but like I panicked. And then
Oh
that didn't.
yeah, that makes sense. You might just like want to run past him back air and then you're still safe. Yeah, like that's easily done because you're trying to do such a fast back air and then you get forward smash.
I didn't even think like once I had it, I was like, okay, right, I'm fine. I could just like take it back there, but the rest out of Sheen. I was like, oh, that's an option. I forgot that was a thing. So that sucks. I felt like I got closer though that game, which I was surprised by because it was Dreamland. So I felt like I did better than I expected. Definitely for both sets, I did better than expected despite taking no games. It was more just like I was getting them very close and then just choking it,
I
and
think the
then they
two
just play at the end.
I think the two big things I'd take away from just like floaties in general is like when you have the distance, don't be afraid to laser a bit more. And the next thing is like use way more shine grab because I feel like they were like shielding a lot of your stuff. Or if you just started like aerial into shine grab pressure, like you would get so much grabs off.
Oh, I remember. I think I didn't want to laser during the sharp set because I remember you said to me, you don't laser versus sharp because he's too aggressive." So I thought, well, I'm just gonna have to approach him. So then I approached way too much, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
just got beat up.
yeah. Like even against sharp, I do a lot of kind of the same. Even if you're sitting there doing the single lasers is good, just so you can shield a bit quicker and stuff. Like just do the fast fall single lasers when like it's even good when like you've already knocked him away out of a combo, but you can't get anything else. Then it means you're like no matter what, you're gonna have the space and like. Sharp can try to approach and he probably will because he is pretty aggressive, but you can kind of take advantage of that like when he does try to run in.
I all this seems so like it all seems like so simple to me on paper, and then I go play sharp and I get like mentally tortured. So
Yeah, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier said than done. Like it takes a while before you're like actually like making it like okay, this is part of my game plan. When he does this, I do that. Like it is a lot of trial and error before it actually works out.
can you help me a bit about scrapping versus peach? Where if it's like a close score situation where I have to scrap, like drill's really good for like avoiding a down smash because it's gonna be aerial. Like a short drill will avoid down smash because it's grounded, and you can go over it with drill. And then if you just hold down spam drill, it actually works out. But I'm not
Yeah,
sure how good it is.
yeah. I think anytime Peach is grounded and you're close, you pretty much should be just going for drill. Like drill's just really good there, and like even if you think if you think they're gonna shield and try shield grab your drill if you're doing any hand shield, you can obviously, as you say, you can like drift it away. Like you can cross up with drill as well, so like the Peach isn't gonna get anything even if they shield drill.
Because I think the only thing it beats that is like an air, like I don't know if it's a short hop nair. I actually don't know anything about peach, but like an air where they're just like in place.
Oh yeah, like
Uh,
basically a flow cancel there in place. Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly it.
That's like the only thing I think that beats it. So that in that case, you just like dash dance, like aggressively dash dance, force them to do it, and then you can just grab them, for example. But
Yeah, yeah,
so I have the Faptor set of Raptor. He names himself Faptor, and I keep forgetting. But it's best of free though, which is the only thing because it was spilling known, and I got knocked out really early.
yeah. So my neutral game plan in this matchup a lot of the time is just spam a lot of like, running in short up drill fadeaways until I realize they're gonna like try full up over it, and then I'll start to do like full hop back airs to stuff that out, and even like sometimes the odd full hop drill can be good before they like actually jump as well. But like yeah, if you see like Leffen and stuff play, you'll see how much just like short up fadeaway drill he uses because of how safe it is. And if you do hit it
I
well, you get like a drill grab, which is like obviously grab is like the best thing you want to hit on Fox as Fox.
the punish is insane.
Oh, nice drift.
That's the one thing I've always had. I think that I've been good as recovery and drifting, but I always drift away. because that's the one that usually I don't cover. But then if you cover that, well, I'm probably gonna have bad drifts.
Oh yeah, like that could have been big. That drill you got could have been either a shine or it could have been, if you're really on point, it could have been a grab that leads to loads of tech, like platform tech chase up airs.
Aye, because this is the thing, like my tech skill will is not perfected, obviously. So then it becomes an issue of even if I get the open end, like as you say, I have a good enough neutral for it, and then the punish is just not there. Like it's sometimes it's there, but that's like it's like very inconsistent. That's the one thing I can say, at least
Yeah,
for
yeah, something to grind out for sure. So you like kind of more so because yeah, it seems like you combo a lot on like feel rather than actually saying like as you say you don't really have like a flow chart. So I think by like just having a bit more of like knowing what move to do next in which position, like guaranteed kind of thing, you'll like it'll show more consistency rather than doing it just by like what you feel is good in the situation.
I cause used to do loads of falling up airs and just look for that, and then I just do like 5 different falling up airs, and because people didn't have good DI, and then I never really developed like an actual like proper punish game for good foxes, so then I have to like build one from scratch to figure it out. I didn't even like generally I just used to do like up for up smash at zero and stuff. So it's like it's more just like trying to get more out of it makes it so that I have to actually develop like a proper punish game, learn how it works, and tech chasing especially. Like tech chasing was something I did not really like put into my game plan. I used to just read tech in place with like down tilt when I'm trying to tech chase and just go down tilt up air, but then obviously people don't tech in place every time.
Yeah, yeah, so yeah, no, I get you. Like I would definitely say that's like the big next step to learn whenever you're trying to get better at Fox Dittos is like consistently tech chase and like just getting like just what I usually practice in training mode is like put the fox to like I use Uncle Punch, put the fox to like 50 or so percent and just land like a short hop in air that knocks him down and then practice like tech chase and like on reaction all the different options.
Aye, Bose does this thing where he sets it to 30% FD, up throw, show harm there, and then does his attack chase.
That's a very similar type thing. Yeah, basically like off the nair, try to see how well you can cover like every option.
I could always just try to rate it because I was never good enough to recognize the actions and also didn't grind it enough. So then I would just have to go for raids, and that made up a lot of my punish game. So that's why I'm really inconsistent because sometimes it'll go mad, and then other times I'll lose it off like one there, and then it goes into nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like obviously it depends on what tech chase you want to do. Obviously like the crouching tech chase is like optimal, but it's a lot harder to do than just like trying to outspace that get up attack for example. I still commonly do the one where you just like kind of stay at the range where you'd outspace get up attack and you can still react to everything else. It's a bit harder to react to take away because you have to position a wee bit further, whereas if you just CC the get up attack, you're going to be closer anyway if he rolls away.
I feel like I actually kind of got down the I figured out like where I'm supposed to hit when I'm doing like crouch out dash at a crouch. I feel like I found the area where I'm supposed to flick mash the stick towards. So I can
Yeah,
do that at least.
yeah, that's good. That's actually I've actually kind of just figured that out myself recently. So I've been grinding that. I've been hitting a lot more like grounded like our crouching tech chases. It is a lot. It is just a lot more consistent. So if you can do that method, I definitely just like practice that for tech chasing.
I want to see if I can incorporate that because that would be a lot better learning now than later
Yeah,
in
exactly. You'll
training.
like you'll if you get used to it. Like if you don't really implement any like much reaction tech chases yet, you may as well start with kind of the best option. And even if it takes a while, at least you don't have any like bad muscle memory from like the other types of tech chasing.
I learned things really weirdly. So one of the first things I actually learned was really good shine out of shields, and so literally only because I started out playing Bowser and I learned up be out of shield really fast. So I learned shield stun timings. So then I was able to just pick that up by knowing how to like JC shine. So
Yeah,
that's one thing I've always been able to do.
yeah, that is actually funny. Like that's one of like the more later things I'd say. Like I didn't learn that for like quite a while. But yeah, it's definitely like having that early on is really strong too. Just means like your opponent can't just hit your shield like with bad aerials. So that's always nice to have a really clean out of shield game.
Because that helped me with Falco and the Hunter set.
Yeah, it actually did big time. I remember that.
We both had really good shine shields. I think he had really good ones as well. A couple shine
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I think you're doing a lot of like. I think instead of doing these nairs at like this low percent, I'd like swap a lot of it with drill. Because there's a lot of these. You're doing a lot of high nairs, which if like Raptori was doing more crouch cancel, you would just get like CC shine for it. Whereas they can't, even if they hold down on drill, you can still just like they can't CC the multi hit, and you just get like drill grab or drill shine anyway.
Oh, I like instead like when I'm doing like a retreating there and stuff. You'd rather me do
Ret-
retreating and drill.
Exactly, yeah. Especially at like in particular the lower percents. Like when it gets kind of like those 60, maybe 50, 60% where like Nair's gonna actually like knock them a good bit away and like get the knockdown. Then I like Nair, but until Nair's gonna get that like hard knockdown, you may as well just do like short retreat and drill pretty much.
I definitely think I have generally if I win the drill and neutral, I know I'm gonna be able to do the wave shine like the Thunder's combo, but then I don't really account for example Tekken or SCI. But generally if they don't tech or anything, I'll be able to get a punish off that. So I do like that.
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
I do like I've tried doing like show hop up air instead of grabbing recently, just to, like getting up smashing, and that's a guaranteed percent. Especially if there's no especially since my platform taxation isn't good, but I need to work on that.
Yeah, like I pretty much like my goal in this matchup pretty much is like when I can either basically either try get a hard knockdown or either try find a grab to like once I make the fox want the shield, so like that's when I'll start putting in like shine grabs or even just like overshoot like grabs and like drill grabs as well, that type of thing, because like just grab in general gets you like it doesn't matter what percent the fox is at, like if your punish game's good, grab just gets you like so much mileage in like the fox ditto.
I feel like I'm decent at chain grab at least, so then I can so in FD, even if I'm doing playing pretty bad, I can just find four grabs, which is nice. But obviously
Yeah,
so I feel like my punish game there is alright, but when there's platforms involved, I definitely need to work on that.
yeah. You probably just said like I just what I commonly do is I just kind of set up a save state and grab like beside the underneath side, like kind of side of the platform, and then just react to if they don't land on platform with like another grab, and then if they do land on platform, practice like reacting with like an up air, and then like comboing off that.
Ah, that makes me more sense. So I think the other set that I have here is the Honor sets. Would you rather? I think I'd rather see the grand finals probably because that one was probably a better example because he's fully adapted to me and he
Yeah,
works really
yeah.
well.
I think Grands will give us a more better understanding of like what kind of was catching you out a bit more that he had started throwing in, so we can see what you could maybe be doing a bit better versus some stuff he started adding in.
I probably yeah, even more sense. The first set was all right. I felt like I think it was just a mistake for him to go FD, but that was about it. That's the only thing I really remember from that was that he made a big mistake going FD. But apart from that.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was so risky. I don't know
that's
why I went for that.
yeah. It was like such a call out. Like obviously, if it works, it looks great. But yeah, it is like if it misses, you're in a really bad spot to just get down there. And you can't tech at that percent either because you're so low. So you're just kind of dead. But since
That was definitely me like feeding myself. So that if I was using my brain there, I probably wouldn't have done that.
yeah, yeah. Oh, great wave dash back down tilt. I like that one.
I don't even know why
Oh,
what posed me to do that. I'd literally never tried that. That was
yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I'd say at the minute you're maybe just shielding a bit too much versus Falco. Like realistically, if he's gonna laser, I always prefer to either if you are gonna shield, either power shield, or if you're not, I prefer to just take laser, rather than like because if he hits your shield, he can get you in shield stun, and then like Falco that has you in shield, if their pressure is good, is like just really annoying to deal with. Like if they're good at playing around shine out of shield, then like for example, if this was like a frenzy I play commonly, like it's a lot harder to shine out of shield him because he has like these timings that are like really awkward to like shine out of shield.
Oh, does he do like a late there?
Yeah, he does like late there into multiple different timings of like double shine. So like there's times if you try shine out a shield, the second shine will hit you, and then you get then and then he also mixes in like shine grab. So there's times you'll like respect and shine out a shield like later because you're afraid of getting shined, and then you get shine grab. So there's just loads of mix ups. Whereas I feel like Dan is kind of doing like a very similar like double shine on shield a lot of the time, where you can wait it out and then shine out a shield.
Ah, yes. So like, I've never played a Falco that actually did like proper. Okay, no, I played Modest, and he is good trying to shield, but he's really good, or he's really good pressure on my shield. But generally, I'm just able to get the shine up before he even gets the shine, and that stops him getting his entire thing off. Because what happened is I'll shine him once, and then he'll run in with another layer because because he gets desperate for that. But
Yeah,
apart from that,
yeah, yeah.
but I
It's
think
it's
most Falcons do that.
Yeah, it's pretty much mainly for like like it's really bad shielding sometimes if the Falco's really good at hitting like low aerials on shield, because that's whenever his stuff becomes safe, and then like he gets you in a really annoying spot in shield. But if it's a Falco that hits a lot of high aerials, then yeah, you can definitely shield a lot more because you can just shine out a shield before he even gets one shine out.
So yeah, I think it's me just probably not playing enough Falcons with like really good pressure because I'll be honest, like Dan was like apart from like his Shiny Shade pressure was really good in the sense that like his Shiny Shades were really good, but when he was dealing with Shiny Shade, like I didn't feel like I was sitting thinking, huh, I don't want a Shiny Shade because it's just gonna end up poorly. Like I didn't feel like enough to stop me doing it.
Yeah,
But then
yeah. I
that
I I
conditions me a shade.
I agree because like the shine of the shield for you was working like a lot, so there was no really reason for you to not do it because it was like working so often.
Because something the flowchart or the some that I tried to learn was you run up shield if if they're far away, you just wait dash forward. If they're right in front of you, you can narrow a shield or something like that. If they're gonna do a laser, but then I just start shielding all the time, and then if they just run up shine grab for example, or they do a dare and get the shine out, they can just shine grab me, and that was something I had a big problem with, and I don't think that's something Dan exploited enough was like shine grab, like I think he only did like once at the end, like one of the like an FD. Like he did a shine grab, and that was a big thing. Like you pointed out as well, because it was that big.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly. I think the main thing the main reason I don't like shielding a lot versus Falco is because like when you take a laser, you have a lot less frames where like at least you're gonna be able to like dash back out and stuff. Like you have a lot more mix ups of like how you move after you take a laser, but like if you're not jumping out of shield, like if you just want to like dash out of shield or something, it's like a lot slower because you have to like wave dash out first and then dash. Like there's so many frames of like you have to take shield down and then dash, so like, it's just a lot less flexible with like your movement than just like taking a laser.
oh, because if they just run up to you and then laser right on your shield, they can like laser shine, and then they'll just like
Yeah, they can
instant
do
shine.
like
They can shine grab.
yeah, they can do like laser shine grab. If they get a low laser on shield, they can do like laser shine grab or like laser double shine on shield, and then it gets really awkward. Whereas if they hit that first laser on you, not your shield, you can do dash back, and if they aerial or try shine grab, then you're gonna dash back, and then you can whiff punish either the shine grab or the aerial if it whiffs.
The main thing for me would be if you can just jump that, especially like like if they run up to the laser, and you can as you say, you can dash back before they even make it there. So like it's like yeah, it's definitely more flexible because they can react to the shield and now just
Yeah,
close the
like
game again.
because like if you like shield, it's like jumping's good because it normally gets you out of the situation. Like you can jump and then we have land to top platform, but like out of the dashback, you actually commonly get like an actual punish. Like whereas like I feel like the full hop normally just makes it like neutral again.
The only thing I usually get out of it is like would be a fallen upper, which I go for a lot because it's like the one area that will lead me to a lot of punishing if I actually land the second hit. Because like
Yeah,
full, because like you see that like that's like the only area that I generally tend to go for if I'm going for punishes, and like drill is nice, but generally if Falcons actually get out of it, like the Thunder's combo, so I just don't even bother.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Like all they have to do is hold up for that. So I do see. When I do drill shine, I actually tech chase like I'll just be tech chasing like their tech option. Like I actually won't jab on purpose because that does let them out. So I'll just try tech chase their actual like roll animation or like tech in place or whatever it is.
I maybe just what about drill grab?
Yeah, yeah. If they don't hit the SDI, then yeah, drill grab every time for sure. If they DIY and you have to shine, you can still tech chase. Like, I like a good thing to do if they're doing tech in place a lot is like obviously the wave shine down tilt, and then if they're doing a lot of tech rolls, then just wait it out and then try and like position to like catch the roll. You can do a lot of ways to like react. Like if you get a good wave dash, you can definitely react to rolls. Like on reaction, you can get like a grabber up smash.
Oh, this is just sad. But yeah, I definitely abuse. I used as soon as I learned how to wave shine down tilt, that became like my only option, regardless. Even if jab was better, it was just something like, oh, that's cool. And then I just started doing that for style points, and then it didn't really go away. So I need to get back to remembering that jab is just as good in most in like situations. But like down tilt obviously would be better here. It's just like a problem that I had with like using down tilt way too much, even like zero, where it's just gonna pop them up for like a second and then they're back down again.
Like if you hit like a running shine at zero, you're pretty much just best to like try to react to like the tech and like what I would try to do is try space outside tech in plays. So if they do wake up shine, it misses, and then you can try punish the shine, or you're at least not getting hit by it, and then like you're still gonna be close enough to like cover the tech rolls on reaction because jab, if it's a good Falco, they're gonna SDI up and you get nothing off the jab, and if you do down tilt to zero, you get nothing because like they just stand again.
Alright, so we could just so for punishes, it could be just something like just looking for a grab, for example.
Yeah, yeah. Either like up smash is good at low percent as well if you catch them before they can CC on knockdowns, because it'll get you like a hard knockdown at like zero.
Sorry, one sec.
Yeah, no
Alright, I'm
worries.
back. Alright. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, one of the things I did versus Hunter was the first thing he doing that is a lot of Falcons do this, where the first thing they want to do is they want to shore hop full like drift shore hop off the side flat as soon as the game starts. And I just like and I don't. This is really stupid because it's like such a hard commitment. But I just got down and just up smashed, and I'm pretty sure I captured. I got it like, and then I went for a jab reset. So that's like yeah, up smash is really good zero. I
Up
think.
smash is really the main times that up smash versus Falco is whenever you kind of need an extra range hit to tech chase, and it's really good when Falco's like. It's really good when Falco's facing backwards because a lot of time he's gonna do like up tilt or back air, and like back you'll commonly like beat out up tilt with up smash hitbox, or else you're gonna trade with back air. And if you trade with back air, it's like so good because you get a knockdown, and back air doesn't usually hit you too far because it like sour spots. And then
Right.
other than that, up smash is really good if like you think he's gonna laser, because you even if the laser hits you, it like cancels your up smash end lag, and you can just like up smash again, just dash straight out of it. Like by him lasering, he's like basically just ending the bad lag of up smash, but you still get the hitbox out.
Hi, that's something you can do. Or something funny I learned. Uh, if you trade well with Bowser up B, you can actually get a forward smash if they don't tech it. I have a clip of it as well in Falco, where they down air you and then you up B and you trade.
Yeah, yeah, something very similar to that, where if you trade with a laser, the up smash is still gonna pop them up, and you can actually act out quicker because your end lag is just like the lasers took you out of that end lag.
So I like that. I actually like that idea a lot. Do you think, since I think this map isn't very good for Falco, do you think what do you think in this matchup though?
I think as the Falco gets better, this matchup gets worse for Fox. But I think against like lower level Falcos, the stage is like amazing because like they're not gonna be their lasers aren't gonna be that annoying in neutral, and if you have good chain grabs, you can just literally kill off like every grab. So I think as the matchup as you start to play at a higher levels, I'd start to like go away from this stage a bit more. But it's definitely still not bad at like top level or anything. But I do think there's like better stages. Like I kind of like stages like Yoshi's and stuff where it's like you have platforms to avoid them, but at the same time you're at that fret range where you could fall from a platform and like you're already like cornering the Falco.
I did ask WW and he said, yeah, the Yoshi's was the best in the matchup. So I thought, okay, right, that's fine. So that's why in the first game, in the first set, I think I counterpicked him to Yoshi's because I was surprised he picked it as like the starter stage. I was like, all right, and then I just counterpicked him there. because he never because I actually thought that was good for me, and I don't really like lose faith in my counter picks very easily. So then I was confident with that and FD because he said afterwards he loves FD. So maybe against Dan this probably isn't very good, and I think I just got the right grabs and then got the right punishes, and
Yeah,
then
like it definitely worked out. Like as you say, I think for you as a player right now, it could be good because as you say, you've got good chain grabs, but you don't really have like the platform tech chases down yet. So I think right now it can be good, but I think if you like level up your punishes on like plat stages, then you'll see the benefits more of like how good platform stages can be. Versus Falco.
because I used to I actually used to like fighting Mars on Stadium specifically, and also FD and occasionally. If you remember the Severus Michael, I probably only did that because his chain guards weren't good enough, and my grounded game's good enough to beat him in neutral most of the time. So that's how stuff like that even ends up happening, where I can win twice in FD because Michael just wasn't on top. And then my grounded game, like I play extremely grounded back when I was like learning Fox. I was just extremely grounded, and that probably was part of because Bowser's so bad in terms of jump squat that I never even really bothered to use platforms, and that like jumping to platform is a death sentence, so that never became part of my muscle memory. So now
Yeah,
I have to force myself to go to platforms.
yeah,
So yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Like I actually agree with that. Where it's like, if the Morph has a bad punish game, it's kind of I think like this stage honestly is like really good against Morph a Morph who doesn't really know how to chain grab. Because I feel like Fox wins neutral really hard in this stage for against Morph. It's just the fact that you literally die in like 4 openings if the Morph's good, which is why it's like good for Morph.
I this is actually the Bowser is exactly why I shield so much because my old game plan versus Falco would be literally run at them, shade them, and then shade their approach, and then just shine out shade them, and then works out from there. But the problem is Bowser up B does like 15%, puts them in disadvantage. Shine out shade does like 5%, and they can tech it and just get away. So there's a big difference in the sense that I get like nothing from my neutral wins because it's just a shine out shade and that'd be it, and I wouldn't go for anything else. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, that makes sense. It's like you're more used to getting like the big knockdown on Bowser's rather than like actually having to like tech chase off the shine out of shield. So like you're not really used to that. Like yeah,
because the only thing you'd have to do is once or a high percent you can read their double jump on up air and that'd be it. And that would be the entire thing, and that's it. And then, but now you actually have to properly tech chase and stuff, so it gets very different. And this is game
yeah,
five.
yeah. That'll definitely be the next. I honestly think that'll be the thing that'll like get you to that like next level is just going into every day, just kind of work on like knocking over both like Fox, Falco, Falcon, like all those fast fallers. Practice knocking them over and just like tech chasing on reaction and getting like grabs and up smash on the knockdowns.
I yeah, no, I the one thing I know about the game plan of you laser Falcon once to get to
To get
leave
the
up
up
smash
smash,
open.
yeah, yeah.
So I've used that. That was something I learned early on, so I was able to just abuse that because somebody randomly told me like, "Yo, up smash, just up smash, just do one laser." So then that was something I learned early on, and I just got like 80% off every opening because like up smash, retech like tech chase up smash again, and then just do like up air, and that would just lead me to a huge percent. So that was so I early on I didn't have a Falco problem, but now I'm actually kind of starting to have it now because they actually have good neutral.
Yeah, yeah. Like up smash is like such a good punish tool against Falcon. Like if you have a knockdown, there's so many percents where you'd rather up smash rather than grab. Whereas spaces are the opposite. Like if you're playing against Fox and Falco, unless the up smash is gonna kill, I would be pretty much trying to get grab every time instead of like up smash. But Falcon's the opposite. Because he can like jump out of grab and stuff the way his weight is no way since like the heavier the opponent is the like longer it takes to act out of up throw.
Aye.
So like
Uh,
Falcon's like really heavy. So if he does that like slight DI, he can actually jump out. Like you can read with like an up air, but like you have to get a read. Whereas up smash gets like guaranteed combos on Falcon, or it gets you an edge guard if he DIs it out as well.
that makes sense. Even like, and even if it's gonna kill like for spaces, you can just grab up pro air as well.
Yeah,
So
there is just times where like they can SDI that, or the up smash actually does kill a wee bit earlier than the up air. So like at if they are at kill percent and you do have the reactions, I would recommend doing the up smash. But other than that, I would pretty much grab every time on a tech chase.
I don't prefer up smashing against the spaces because I don't want to. But I don't really want to commit that hard. That's one thing I don't commit a lot because I know how punish game is in this game and how I can just get blown up. So I look at things like pessimistically in the sense that I could get blown up here. So I don't commit a lot. Like, and if I do commit, it's generally just like it's generally not just not there, and it's usually desperation. That's why I got so used to whiff punishing. That's why Bowser was so good for me because whiff punishing is the entire game.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
I get you. Yeah, I think it's like it's more so whenever it's just like it's gonna feel like less committal when you can do these stuff on reaction. Like I'll do up smashes for the kill like on reaction on knockdowns, whereas there is odd times you want to do up smash in neutral, but it's definitely not something you want to be doing a lot because as you say, you will just get blown up for that like a lot of the time.
that makes sense. I think this is it. I up top there. I was stressed out for that set though. Hunter's really good. I didn't since I saw Lewin wasn't entering, I thought, oh, I actually have a chance. I didn't know anyone else there that would actually beat me except like I only ever played like Michael and he wasn't even entering. So I was like, oh, so I don't really have anyone to beat me here.
Yeah, yeah. Once I seen Loon like dropped out, I was like, this is actually gonna be pretty interesting because like Dan's always been pretty solid. Like and I guess against Fox as well, he's got a lot of practice. I was like, I think, and then like when I seen you playing like the last tournament, like the Arcadia, and I was like, yeah, I think like Frog is like mad potential here. So I was like, it'll be interesting to see like the kind of upcoming player versus the like kind of like already cemented like PR player. And it was really interesting to see like how well you were like playing in some of the games. Like there was just some games where you looked like yeah, like you're definitely the better player.
I looked at the I looked at Smash Wiki for like power rankings and stuff, and yeah, Hunter is saying has a bit of history. So I was like, oh Jesus. I looked at that before the set, and I was like, ooh, okay. And funny that what was funny to me was do you know melee stats? I don't know why. I don't know how they came to their attention that your monthly even made it there because
Yeah,
like
I was so surprised to see that on Twitter. Like I was like, oh, I'm definitely retweeting that and stuff. I was like, oh, it actually got some like spotlight. It was really cool to see it there.
I guess you got enough viewers because I was thinking like it like in fairness it was like 15 entries. I guess to be fair there's like one day in Melee, so I guess it makes sense because it's I mean it's a big enough tournament anyways because like there's a reward for it and it's hosted by a top player. So I think that must have been what caused it, and I think somebody must have told them as well.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
did. Like we had pretty good viewership. Like for most of it, I think we're sitting around like the 30, 40 kind of viewers mark. So like, yeah, like even if you're only getting like 15 people or whatever in it, it's like you definitely get the viewers and stuff to make it like well worthwhile. Like I'm pretty excited to like host at least one every month. Like I'm hoping I can get like at least the same amount or more for the next one. Like in terms of entrance as well.
I go for it. That was it was really good. I really needed to win that one because I knew that any other one that I enter, there's a very good chance that Lewin enters, and there's a very good chance I get at least 3-0 and I get second. So I knew that this would like be my chance. And now from this, we're probably not gonna end up having a coaching session again because, in fairness, like I definitely don't have the money for like 14.50 a month. Unfortunately, I don't know
No,
what it
that's
is for
that
you.
that no, that yeah, that is around the price, but that's good. I'm glad that like we at least got one because like after seeing the Arcadian, so I was like, man, I feel like this guy's like really good, but there's also stuff I want to like tell him. So I was like, I'm really glad. I'm almost glad that Leon like didn't enter this one because like I've actually already had a couple of coaching sessions with Leon where I was like, it's nice to at least have one with you to get some stuff out there that like I feel like you could be doing.
I feel like Lewin would destroy me if I played him. Like if I had to play him in the set, I would get destroyed. I've played him like a few sets. I don't think I've ever taken the game off him, but in friendlies, he's always very positive about me. So then that feels alright. But generally, yeah, if Lewin entered, I would have been destroyed. But Michael also, I think if he gets up his punish game, he could definitely have beaten me. Oh, but the Decker set as well. That was way more stressful than I thought it had to be.
Oh yeah, it actually was pretty intense. I remember watching that one.
I was thinking to myself, right, how am I gonna, I was thinking about Hunter, I wasn't even thinking about Dekra. Because I know that I played Dekra before, and I thought they played Marth. And then, all of a sudden, they whipped out the Sheik, and I was like, oh no. Because I was more confident actually versus Marth, because I play very grounded anyways. Sheik, but Sheik can kind of just throw me out, and then can kind of just like blow me up sometimes. and also the pressure of losing losing a winning matchup and stuff like that. So yeah, my mentality's pretty bad for Sheik, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Sheik is like a Sheik's an awkward one. Like it can be for me. It's very like depending on the Sheik you're fighting. But like it is very like okay abuse like when you are at low percent, make sure you abuse CC because you can just CC like you can CC F tilt, down tilt. Like the only thing you really don't, the only thing they can really do at low percent is try to space back air and grab. Other than that, they're pretty much gonna just get rolled by like CC shine and CC down tilt.
isn't it like to 20-30% you can just CC everything except like needle, what is it one, grab, and then just like obviously space back or you just don't get anything off it.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure you can see like the likes of moves like F tilt and alt to like pretty much 30. So just like there's so much foxes that don't abuse that and they just like run about and try to use platforms and all and just get like the Sheik just ends up getting these like stray aerials that get them out of crouch concept percent and like you could have like for that low percent you could have played so aggressive and just held down and literally got more than just like trying to like juke around platforms.
I said running crouch should be good in that matchup for
Yeah,
sure.
it's really really good. Like at low percents, you should do a lot of like running crouch, like running in down tilt, running shine while holding down. Like all that stuff's really good at low percent. Like when the fox
I
is at low percent.
I should running shine more. I actually didn't think about that for Sheik, because generally for Sheik I generally just I laser a lot because Sheik doesn't have a good enough range to just get at me except like needles, but that's like easy to avoid.
Yeah, pretty
So
much
then
just
I end up
needles and dash attack because dash attack's got pretty good burst speed. Like it reaches a pretty decent range as well, like pretty quickly.
so it's basically just watching out for dash attack and then like laser in the meantime, and then when I feel like they're a decent percent, I'll look for a neutral opening, like look for a stray drill, and then that obviously wave shines on Cheek are really good. Obviously SDI is a consideration. Uh, Generally the wave I actually don't find many ones at SDI though, so I end up getting most of the punish, which is nice. The one thing I know you can do against Sheik is once you have them off stage, you can kind of just shark them if they're off stage very easily because they can't down air you or anything, so they can't really protect themselves.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing in the matchup. I think is just like how well can the fox keep Sheik in disadvantage because like her landing options are terrible. Like she's pretty much forced to air dodge a lot of the time, and then you can start sharking the air dodge. The hardest thing to cover when sharking her is if she's close to a platform. She's probably gonna like air dodge down to the platform, like wave land to the platform, and then instant shield. So like you have to get like a really tight up air on that. But if you can shark her before she even gets close to platforms, then it's like pretty free. Like you were doing a really good job of that actually. Like your sharking's pretty good. Like even versus like King Goose Puff, like I noticed you're really good at like catching like drifts and stuff. So like I feel like you're really good at positioning underneath Sheik and just like getting multiple up airs and not letting her land for free, which is really big versus Sheik.
I most of the puffs that aren't like the especially the puffs aren't really good. Kingu is not part of this. I just kind of went for a hard read, but generally they'll go one way or the other with their drift, and then once they realize you've picked that option, they're going to go the other way immediately after. And it's just like a mix. It turns out to a 50-50 into a 50-50, and it's generally pretty hard. But then it's just obviously it's after the up air, and you go to the platform, and you have to see which way they're going, and it's just like a pure guess. It's almost a pure guessing game. But once you get used to it, I feel like I've got there at least. I did it versus Maxi. It was pretty good. But I won't waste your time anymore because it's 5 o'clock now. But really, thanks for all the help. Even if it was like obviously an obligation, I still thanks for all the help. I really appreciate it.
No,
This
no,
is
I actually I enjoyed it too. Like I hope like well yeah you recorded this as well, didn't you? So hopefully like you can watch
mm,
it back and then as I say you can like hopefully like kind of know what the next steps are for just to wrap it up. I'd probably say like the big things are like like do practice tech chasing like every day even if it's only for like 20-30 minutes. Like that'll mean a lot like if you have the time. So like it's up to you if you want to pick obviously the crouching one would be the most beneficial. So if you have kind of figured out like how to dash, how to crouch, like what kind of like angle you have to hit, I'd recommend trying to practice that for spaces.
did you record the beginning? Because I realized that I wasn't actually recording the sharp session, the sharp set. Did you
Yeah,
record
yeah,
that?
I have it. Like I'm gonna probably send it to like Fruit Cone, so it'll be like uploaded to YouTube. Like I've recorded from the start, so I should have everything.
Oh, they don't kick me out of it. Okay, that's good. because I forgot I'm not even part of that. Now I'm part of Coons Academy. I just got a free coaching session, but that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I can easily upload it to like my YouTube and stuff, and like say yeah, so you can just like watch it all there if you missed anything. But yeah, I'd say like just certain solo practice things to grind out, and I think you should be fine. Like as I say, the turnaround lasers to making sure you're like getting the lasers out and like not getting side Bs but positioning well, and then the tech chase and stuff are the main solo practice things. Other than that, it's just like kind of the matchup stuff we went over.
I definitely like specific matchup stuff. Well,
So
yeah, I think I've got a bit more insight into the floaties matchups. I used to find the floaties matchups much easier, but then I played good floaties like Kingu and Sharp and all that in GME. So then that became like a nightmare, and also Maxi. But fastball was always lost to because I got ran over. But then I stopped getting run over, so now I feel a bit better at fastballers, and now I'm just getting outplayed. But now floaties it was like a big roadblock. Because I used to be able to play like slow paced, and I've always been able to play slow paced, but but when I'm playing slow paced, I still get outplayed and stuff by like Kingu, for example. And there's stuff that I just don't know what to do against. So then
yeah.
this is so I definitely like the show up nairs from Kingu. That was something nice that you caught on to and told me about, and like you told me how to fix that, and just like CC and stuff, and just and cheat as well. So that's really nice.
No,
Cause
that's awesome then. Like pretty sure like if you watch that stuff back, like there should be a lot that like should make a lot of sense and should help you out. Like if you have anything like even you can DM me whenever. Like it's just kind of that time where I was telling you some Peach stuff. Like yeah, feel free. Like obviously even if it's not like there's no coaching session or whatever, but like just feel free to like if you need like help in a matchup or like any specific questions you have, like just DM me on Discord anytime and I'll do my best to like help you out anyways.
I thank you so much. That's a good offer because I definitely need like there's definitely a lot of specific stuff I need to figure out over time. I'm not gonna overload you with stuff. It's just like I was talking to somebody earlier. Then they actually told me like you wouldn't be surprised how nice people are here and like how much people want to help. And I guess I'm being improved here. So I
Yeah,
love.
that's good. Yeah, I try my best. Like I've even got my Fox server that's just like free to join that I try like I've got even people in IRL tournaments just kind of like, oh my, yeah, thanks for inviting me to that Discord, and it like definitely feels good when you're like helping other foxes out. Like it just feels nice to like get foxes better in general in the game.
Oh, I've there's this thing I've joined recently. It's an archive. It's an archive of stuff, some gifs from KGH's stuff that has like captions on them, and Weston posted this, and there's so much good stuff here for like helping the neutral and stuff. I really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
It's like all different matchups, and they have like different gifts showing like different situations, and explains how they're so good, like why something's so good, for example. So I've been looking at those, and that's how I learned to like play like like a Falco, like jumping over them and drilling them, and then how much you want to drift and stuff, and depending on the situation, like if they want to go retreating laser, you can just jump full hop drill and catch them as they're trying to laser. So that's something I learned from the archive, and I've yet to implement enough, I don't think, but I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to actually understand the matchups and stuff because it's always like it's always like a bit a bit but there's like a void where I don't know what to do like at all in certain situations, and the mentality becomes really bad because I'm like I really have no clue what to do in certain
you
situations.
just don't have the knowledge yet. Like you know what's happening, but you don't know what like kind of the counterplay is to it yet. So it feels like it's annoying because I can't counter this yet without knowing more, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I can see what's going on. I recognize what's going on, but I don't know what to do about it. So then, like, for example, like a fox run down Shohab near me, like, at the right time and stuff, obviously outplaying me, and then I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do about that? And it's like a void. I don't really know how to stop that. And then it's obviously complicated. So you need like a second opinion. I think that's the biggest thing to have is a second opinion, which is why this coaching session was so good.
Yeah,
Like a definitely.
yeah, no, that's awesome. Then sure, as I say, yeah, we can call it there, and then we can you can just message me anytime, whatever. But as well as that, like if you ever just wanna like, we can probably play sometime too, and then I can get like I can give you tips while we're playing as well sometime.
I would have asked to play, but I knew that I had enough sets here, and the thing is, I lose too much. So then I had like a good amount of sets that I wanted to use, and then by the time we finished the sets, it was like 4 sets or something. And it was like 5 minutes to five. So I was like, okay, we'll just talk for a bit because I know like games take a long time. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah. No, that
So
like
it's
that yeah that sounds good because like I think you probably got more out of the sets anyway than us playing like sets because like there's a lot more different matchups in there and stuff. So and you already had like Fox Ditto in there against like Rapatory, so I think like that's probably more beneficial anyway.
I could say like getting ran over, like 4 stock restocked, it would ruin it. The thing is for me is that if I were to play you anyways, the fact that you be destroying me would ruin my mentality anyway. So after the first 2 games, I'm probably just done. But then Raptori, I felt like more close, so I felt a bit closer. So I'm able to just like play in my full mentality, like really good, like at the best of my ability. So then you're able to evaluate that as better than both of us. So then you can easily point out the mistakes and stuff. But obviously, like in a Fox Ditto where I'm getting completely annihilated, you have to take things like a pinch of salt. So that's why I think like obviously reviewing the set with for 2 people at the same level is going to be better than like friendlies where one person just runs over the other like really easily,
Yeah,
which is really
yeah.
nice.
I
But
I've I definitely yeah I fully agree with that. So I think no, I think we pretty much got some good stuff out of that anyway. So like yeah, you can just watch it back whenever I'll try upload it to YouTube, and then yeah, I'll catch you next time. And if you have any questions, as I say, just message me on Discord.
the only time we played is like doubles and like it was me and D Dude versus you and Frenzy. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
what the hell
right.
is this?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what the hell is this? Because D-Dude was like, does somebody want to play doubles with me? And I'm like, okay. And then I look at it and oh my God, it's fucking Frenzy and Mint. And I'm like, oh no. I just know this is not going to go well. I'm literally like, I'm telling him, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then we go play and I think we managed not to get like 8 stocked every time, which was nice. Because it's easier not to get 8 stock or 4 stock. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. But we should play soon. I do actually want to see because you'd be able to open me up the easiest compared to like Raptori, because you obviously wouldn't make enough mistakes to just completely dismantle me, which is
Yeah,
nice.
I think it'd be a good thing as well because then you would see kind of like when I get an opening what kind of my punish game flowcharts are, and you could probably take some ideas from that as well. Like if you're getting hit by it first hand and like you can watch it back first hand, it's probably one of the better ways to learn the punish game as well.
Because I'll see how you're beating me up and what and how and then even if I don't understand it, I can just try and implement and see what you're doing and at least try to understand it and then be able to see if I can implement it against other people my level. And then if I see an immediate improvement, I'll look further into it. And then obviously like it's definitely going to be pretty complicated, I imagine, because obviously it's not just moves on the screen, but I'm sure we'll be able to talk it out anyways if we're playing. I play Maxi a lot for reference as like a good player, and he helped me a lot. To be fair, I actually think I think Maxi played me way too much considering the skill level, because like I was thinking he must have like pretty good people to play. I was like, how does he play me as much? Because I remember it was like one time in a ranked I found him, and then it just evolved from that. So that's how I actually got puff practice, which is nice. But I need to play Jamie and like Kingy more.
Yeah, no, I think like that's good. Like honestly, like if you can find like if just find like the likes of Maxi Loon and all, like it seems like you're getting like really good practice. So like yeah, we can sort of time more like we can play as well, and then like I can like talk over that kind of stuff too. Like just like if you have questions about the punish game aspect of what I'm doing now, you can just hit me up there. So like I'll let you go on there anyway, and then we can play somewhat soon anyways.
That sounds good. All right, thanks for everything. I'll see you in a bit.
I see ya.
See ya.